Well, we're doing headlights right now. These are gonna be fire. The old ones are finally leaving, going away. So, I don't need to show you guys how to take apart headlights. There's plenty of videos out there, and probably better ones than this. So, but take a look at these lights when I have them all done. But have these parts and I'll have this headlight taken apart in 3, 2, 1. Here we are. The housing is opened. Boom. I got this nasty glue that's off. Here's the one that we're gonna paint. And look at this. This stuff is nasty. It's disgusting. Oh. So what we're looking at here is the side markers or reflectors, if you want to call it. It was damaged and cracked. So what I did was I just put some epoxy in there, had it dry overnight, and I was sanding it down to try to get it a little bit smooth enough so I can paint over it. So I started it and just kind of finishing up now. So we're just about done with this. So it's just be as best as it can get. It's pretty smooth right now. But once I paint it, it'll be good. All right, guys. So as this build now starts to begin, I've finally gotten the parts in that I needed to do everything. Kind of gonna go over with you what I got. I got some basic tools to kind of get me going, so we can do more builds in the future as well. So what I have for tools here. Sorry for the mess. I'm still trying to clean up my desk, but so with the recommendation from Jay from Sinister Retrowerkz, I've gotten this power supply here, so I can be able to test everything that I need before I get it into the car. And I also got a nice soldering iron too for if we need to solder any wires, which more than likely we do. And of course, we're gonna need nice wire cutters and strippers here. Just kind of like a little nice all-in-one, and makes it nice, clean, and simple. Klein tools. Of course, I gotta get a bunch of heat shrink in all these little connector pieces, just to kind of make it easy for us if we do anything in the future. So as for parts go, of course we gotta get our butyl sealant right here to reseal the headlights once we get them in. I have 80mm halos. These are NeoPixel halos that will go directly onto the headlights itself. Next ones here, I've already taken these out of the box, but these are NeoPixel LED strips that we're going to be using onto the lights in the sea lights itself. A lot of extra connectors, connecting wires, some little miscellaneous stuff, and then it's the big boy here that we all. This is the BlueGhozt controller, so this is what will be controlling everything on the car. So what we're gonna do is put you on the tripod, and we're gonna get this thing going. All right, guys. So I don't know how much of this you guys really want to see of me, putting all these wires together. But what I want to say is, I've already have one light basically ready to go. I'm just waiting on a couple of pieces so we can assemble that together. I kind of want to make sure that I figured out how to do things before I film the rest of it. So what we're doing now is we're working on the other light here. So far what we did was we painted it. In retrospect, I probably should have painted it after I did all the cutting and everything, but we painted it. We drilled out holes so we're gonna run the wires through, and the holes for the halos. What I'm gonna do here on top here, I want to be cutting a notch in so I can run the wires through the halos better. And then after I get all the holes drilled and everything like that on this, I'm gonna do a quick one more coating on it just so I can cover everything that I scratched off on accident. Probably gonna pop a couple of holes here so I can run the wires underneath the bezel, right here and right here, so I can pull them tighter and make it a little bit cleaner looking. So in that case, I kind of have to fix on the other bezel. But as of right now, we have these wires. We have this LED strip here that we're just gonna solder together, so we can start drilling those pilot holes into that bezel. Then we'll be good to go. Oh, it's hot. That is hot. Let me make sure camera angle's good. So. Perfect. So the reason why I'm doing this is because I had to cut the strip, basically cut and solder. LED strips is you can't make curves out of unless you cut it. Come on. That's good enough. Got so much shit here. Just a tip. The more I do this, the easier it is definitely getting. I don't have the most experience with soldering. Oh, I just said welding. Wow. I mean, technically it's close enough with soldering, but I am still learning. I've done basic soldering in the past, but never up to like kind of this extent, if you will. Ah, shit. God damn it. Just trying to clean it up, but I popped the solder out. Awesome. solders on. I left a little extra length here just so I'd rather have more up front than less, so I could chop it and then trying to figure it out from there. Once I get these holes cut and kind of figure out how to twist these wires, you know, and whatnot, then I'll be able to figure out exactly which direction to go and on the holes. So I'm gonna figure that out real quick, and then we'll get back to it as soon as I get that figured out. So it's a little janky, but so what the idea was, so as you can see here, oh, hang on, I'll move this over here. As you can see here, I cut the wire so those power wire can go in. What I did on the other leg was I twist this LED a little bit, so it kind of reflected better, and then I ran it over this way. I drilled a hole right here so I can run the wire underneath. Obviously the back here doesn't really matter because you don't see it. And then drill another one up here so it's a tighter fit and it's much easier to keep these LEDs in place. The other one I had to put so much epoxy and everything like that, and it kind of looks like garbage, but you can't really see it. So this is how I did it. And I also drilled some holes for the solder points right here, just so that it's not putting too much pressure when I put that bezel back on. Alright guys, check this out. So I finally got the sea light portion and the halos installed. If I got the sea light portion and the halos installed onto the headlights itself. The halos aren't plugged in right now because there's a certain way I wanted to wire it, and I couldn't do that until I got some more parts in to finish this section. To finish this section here, they're going to be wired all together in one single continuous loop or sequence, if you will. So right now I'm having a show mode right here on my Ghost app. Still learning and playing with it, but right now it's running at the media shower. So I mean, right now there's so many that's already placed in there, like orbit. Not really a fan of it because I feel like it's kind of boring. But it's still kind of neat though, if you really look at it. Nice little sequence. Stacker. It kind of explains for itself, speaks for itself. I like this too. Really crazy stuff, but I really like this Ghost controller. It's absolutely amazing. So a lot of cool stuff. I know it's really hard to see on camera, but it's kind of show where we're at. So once I get the other parts in that I need, I can plug all of the halos along with the one last LED strip with my demon eyes in, and then boom, we will be good to go on these, and should be ready to go back in the car. Hang on. So what I kind of found neat was this you can get different ways to do your turn signals and your parking lights. So I was playing with this the other day with Ryan. So I think that's pretty cool, right? So these are basically when you turn on your parking lights and you turn it off. When I turn them on, this is what it looks like. Then turn it off. I can adjust the speed, everything like that. I like this one a lot. And so I really like this Ghost controller because there's just so many different ways to play with everything, so many different ways to set things up. So I'm really excited to finally get this stuff done and into the car. Stay tuned, guys. The next step is basically my retrofit and throwing everything else and wiring everything together. And I gotta put this side marker back on. What's up, guys? So good news today, we finally got our parts in to finish our headlights. So right here we have just our delete plate for the headlight housing. This is how it came, like this. We're just taping off this section here so we can paint it around it, so only these sections will be clear. And then on top of that, we have our new projectors here. Here we go, and I'm not gonna take these out of the box yet because I'm not ready for them yet. But those are our new HID projectors. So we will have new lights. So we'll go with these. Right here is my HIDs. What is that? What's going on, guys? So, as you can see right here, these are the lights that I'm working on. Right there. Sorry for the bad camera angle. I'm trying to do something differently, but wow, they're bright, huh? They're not fully assembled yet. Everything's all wired in, and working. So, but it's kind of a.
Sure, I could. Or maybe you could go to Europe for 2 weeks.
But now I basically got this one wired up. All the projectors are in, the demonizer are in, halos, the block off plate here, and I've had this running for about 10 minutes to make sure all the wires are good, everything like that. So I'm just gonna set this together with the housing, get it all wired, get it all plugged, screwed in, sealed up, and this light will be done. I do have an issue with this other demon eye right here. It does have a broken LED, so there's one on the way. So that one's gonna be off for a little bit longer, unfortunately. But it is what it is. So next time you see everything put together, we will have it on the car in the review video. Thanks for watching, guys, and you know the drill.